I'm not exactly sure to say that.
Okay, but there are a lot of women.
A mix, yes. A lot of women, of course, and men.
Yeah.
So it is so exciting that they want to be Muslim and they're becoming Muslim.
Right.
Like myself, people are always so surprised. But the problem that exists is there's a void. Because once the people become Muslim, of course, they're faced with many challenges. And Islam, as we know, it's not just a belief system, but it's a practice. So this is where a lot of the struggle does come in. The belief is easy, but of course to change the outward and to learn the practices of Islam, this is where there's a void.
Okay, so now how does your organization help to fill that void?
Right, so what we're doing is providing, first of all, we're filling the special void by providing a mentor to each new convert. Each convert will have a mentor who will assist them, answer questions, also be there for the emotional support, which is important because many converts, time they convert, they become overwhelmed and they lack a support structure. And some people leave Islam because of that.
But overwhelmed in what way? I mean, is there a lot of people who have pressures from their families after they accept Islam?
Even me. You know, I still have problems. My family, my dad thinks I was brainwashed. And they say, what's that on your head? And take that off. So, alhamdulillah, I feel myself strongly established in Islam. But I know when I became Muslim, trying to learn just the prayer, this was overwhelming and many facets. So we're also providing with our center a 12-week program with a curriculum, and we have the guidance of the scholars. So we have the 12-week session. Our first class will begin in November in New York, and we're currently based serving the tri-state area, which is New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. And inshallah, if we can expand. So we're providing the technical information, the Aqidah, the fiqh, fasting, prayer, to get the new Muslims started and established, and also providing the emotional support, which is a really unique facet of our organization.
Right.
So we're so excited.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
But just about Muslim women in America, what do you think are the major issues now facing Muslim women here in America?
That's a good question. Of course, Muslims in general struggle with many issues. For myself, as a Muslim, I feel I came into Islam from the back door. What really drew me in was the stories of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and how Islam is so applicable to our daily life. It's so modern and it's so progressive, which the non-Muslims, they often think the opposite. They think, oh, we're oppressed and subjugated, where it's really just the opposite. So as for women, a big struggle, of course, women all over the world have is hijab. So that's a big struggle. So once I overcame that, I'm wearing hijab now for 2 years, alhamdulillah, and I'm actually a teacher. I teach in a public school in New Jersey.
Right.
And I was hired with hijab. So I was excited. I'm the only Muslim teacher in my school, and of course the only hijabi. So
do the kids ask you questions about it?
They do. Of course, here in America we have this strict church and state. So we're not really permitted to talk religion in school per se. We can't preach in the school. Students, of course, will ask some questions. So I do answer questions, and the faculty especially, because as for Americans, the hijab is always the biggest thing. What you have in your heart, the people can't see, or they think, okay, I was raised as a Catholic. So our basic thing of treating people how you want to be treated is the basic thing. What's most visible with Islam is the outward, the prayer, the wudu, also the fasting. These are things that the Americans who are non-Muslim are confused. So I get, of course, a lot of questions anywhere I go, and people are shocked time they see white skin. Especially if I speak to people on the telephone, like for college.